Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. If you're here for the first time, then welcome. If you're back for a second or third time, thank you so much for coming back. Y'all, please don't hesitate right now to stop, subscribe to my channel because you're gonna want to come back. And if you're back for a second or third time and you have yet to decide, you keep coming back. So that's a decision within itself, child. So go ahead and hit that subscribe, like button. And when you're finished viewing this video, make sure you go all the way to the end. And I like to comment with you guys each and every week. And now the show is back, ready to love. This is season 4 and they're in the H. So honey, it's real personal to me. This is the casting special. Let's get into it if we're going to get into it. You know, because I got some things to say about these men, okay? And women. All right, so when the episode first opens up, we see nephew Tommy. And this season, his wife is going to be joining him. Okay, that's cute. You know, that's a little bit something new. We've never really seen his wife. It's always been just him. So I guess we're going to get the female perspective this season. All right, so he asks her about them working well together and asks them, why do they work so well together? And she said it's because they work at working well together. Well, I know that's right. So she said she hopes there's a couple that truly finds love. Let us pray, because last season, honey, they gave us nothing. All right, so when the episode opens up, we see Joel. He's 42, an engineer. He said he's ready to love because he's a man that finds love. You know, he loves love, okay? He loves being in love. He said he's ready for an old lady, okay? Sounding just like Juvenile. He got to be from New Orleans, and he was good looking too, honey, might I add. A lot of shirtless screenshots came through as I was watching this episode, and I'm like, oh, okay, honey, you're working with something. He said he was married before and had 2 kids, and this is the thing that touched my heart, okay? So I just knew he was finna get ready to be an F-boy. Just something in my spirit said that, but I was wrong. So he said he was married, and he had twin kids, and they were 8 years old, and his wife died of cancer. And so he says he's looking for a person that will love his kids more than they love him. He's a single father doing it all on his own, trying to make things work, you know, all while he was going through a heartache. And so now he's ready for love, honey, and I'm here for it. Joel, I hope you get what you're looking for, honey. Then we see Jason. He's 36. He's a teacher. Something about the way Jason look, I'm not really feeling it. He looks like a cornball. I'm just going based on what he looks like to me. And it seems like he may almost be a pushover. I don't know. He said he loves basketball. He played overseas. He said he went on a date with this girl. And she asked him immediately, are you going to be my sugar daddy? He said some old women in the back told him not to do it. And he said, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. They had to tell you not to be her sugar daddy? Were you thinking about it? I mean, because if so, I ain't doing nothing Tuesday. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying, boy, the old women had to tell you not to trick off your money. Child, we starting off wrong already. Anyway, so then he also said that he was getting ready to propose to someone. And the day before he was getting ready to propose, there was a group text. And they were talking about how his girlfriend was sleeping with another guy. He said he confronted her via text and asked her about it, and her response was, so? Okay, something don't sound right about that. There's a little bit more of a backstory or something. Something is missing, because I can't just imagine. First of all, why was this group text created? Was it created simply to tell you that she was cheating? Honey, I need some more information, child. So we're just going to put Jason on the back burner and move on. Now we see Ron. He's 40. He says he has a corporate sales business. He has a car lot. And he imports caskets. Okay, somebody call Willie Watkins down in Atlanta. Him and Phaedra, honey. Phaedra, high class parks. Okay, so he said he runs a casket company, a car lot, honey. OWN is going to find, these reality shows are going to find a car broker or car salesman. Chris work at the car lot over on Married at First Sight. He's a financial advisor trying to act like he's fooling somebody and he ain't. Okay, let's get into it, y'all. He said that the women in Houston don't like the alpha male, aka controlling, honey. Don't try to come with that alpha stuff, because us in Houston, honey, we like a man that's gonna take charge. As long as you're leading me in the right direction, we're good. He said he's kind of has a fear of marriage, but more so a fear of divorce because of his parents. He saw his dad go through it financially, and it almost broke him mentally. So I'm feeling like, just judging by what I'm hearing, he might not be exactly ready to love. Maybe he's ready to date, but we'll see. Then we see Vernisha, 39, salon owner with 3 kids. She is so pretty. She reminds me of Alicia from last season, as far as her aesthetics are concerned. She said she was single for 10 years, but then she said she dated someone for 8 years, and he was very good to me, and he was very good to the kids as well. But he was a serial cheater and very controlling. I couldn't work. He made me stay in the house. Honey, he's not a good man. Girl, you're just as crazy as Martell Mama over Love and Marriage Huntsville. Baby, he couldn't possibly be good to you if he was controlling and cheating on you. Serial cheater, which means cheating continuously. Honey, it don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Like Diddy and them say, girl, no, that's not being good to you, sweetheart. You deserve something better. She said one day she just woke up and looked at the man in the mirror and was like, I gotta go. Honey, I know that's right. Thank you for finding yourself. I don't know. I don't know about that. So she says she's looking for a father figure for her kids because she has to have someone that she can trust. And she started to tear up. And let me tell you something. I started to tear up with her. Because do you know how scary it is to invite a man into your personal space with your kids that are not their own? Sometimes it's scary to invite their own father into the picture. So the fact that she has 3 beautiful daughters and she's just trying to navigate this thing called life and find someone who will love and respect her and her kids, honey, I felt that in my spirit. Vernisha, I hope you get what you're looking for, honey. Child, I hope you get it, child. All right, then we go over to chrysanthemum. Honey, not your mama changed chrysanthemum to chrysanthemum. Y'all know that chrysanthemum flower. Child, I said, what's going on, honey? All right, 39, flight attendant. She says she's social. She likes to go out and get it popping. She doesn't have to go out, but she likes to go out. Okay. And I'm like, okay, girl, ain't nothing wrong with that. And you're 39, single, ain't doing nothing else. Go ahead and go out and enjoy yourself. She says the guys think she has a man in every city. She said, I could have a man in every city if you ain't doing right. I know that's real, girl. She said that dating was hard in Houston, which it is. Child, oh. Y'all don't even understand the dating pool down here, honey. I'm 38, single, and ain't looking for nothing. I already told y'all during my lives if you're an avid watcher of mine. So she was like, they asked her, they said, oh, well, you worried about competition because you're going to be competing against other girls. This girl going to say, girl, I ain't worried about them. I ain't here for the women. But women, I will be your friend, you know, but just don't date my man. Well, girl, you're on the wrong show. All of y'all are going to be dating all of y'all. Girl, let's move forward. Then we see Alexis Fly Jones, which is 35, and she's a local TV producer. When I heard her say her name, all I could think about was Dragonfly Jones from Martin. You shouldn't be trying to find love. You should be practicing your art. Child, I'm not finna play with her. Not you let them name you Dragonfly Jones. Child, goodbye. She said she was married for 5 years to a local pastor. Honey, I got to dig that up. Which pastor was it, child? Which parishioner was it? Pastor Cal, it wasn't you, was it? No, I'm just kidding. She said she didn't like sharing her husband with the church because people would be calling at all hours of the night looking for prayer. And she would be like, look, I'm laying down with my husband, honey. Get on your knees and pray for your own self, child. She didn't like having to share. She has 1 son. And she said she asked him if he would be okay if she dated. And he said, I don't know if we're ready for all that. I don't know. That's real. She said the guys in Houston look at her and automatically see sex. And I have to say that is TRUE. That is so true. Child, I mean, they lead with sex down here in H-Town. You say, hey, how are you? Hey, what's your name? Oh, my name is Misha. Would you like to have sex? Child, Clara, let me tell you something over at Married at First Sight. You need to come down to Houston, girl. You get laid down here. I'm telling you. She's a petite little thing, and she says she's just looking for romance. Well, you know what? It's somebody on here that might be suited for you because he likes a petite little thing, but we'll get into it as we get into it. Then we see Stacey. She's 39 from Mississippi. Beautiful young lady. In financial services, she was married for over 10 years to a professional basketball player. They have 3 kids, and she has 1 son who's 19 years old, and he refused to leave her and go off to college after her divorce because he felt like he should be there to help her with the kids. And she got a little bit emotional about that. But let me tell you something, Miss Stacey, honey, you raised him right. Because the fact that he is willing to stay here and be the man of your house to help you with your children who are his siblings, girl, you did a great thing, honey. Congratulations, and I'm proud of you. Just off the strength of that. She said in Houston, people lie, honey. Yes, they do. And the men show their representatives. Yes, they do. Child, y'all don't even understand. She says she is ready to love because she wants a partner, and she can't go to Thanksgiving now another time with the greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, lamb, ham. She can't go no more without a man. I feel you on that, honey, but look, just pass me my plate and my aluminum foil. Yes, I said aluminum foil. Pass me my aluminum foil because I ain't bringing nobody but my son, child. I don't trust these men out here. Then we go over to Diedrich. He's 47. He's a chef. Y'all know y'all ready to love cannot have a season without a chef. He's handsome. He said he's been married twice. He has a daughter that's 26 and 21, and he has a 3-year-old grandbaby, 3-year-old grandson. He says he wants kids. If you ain't talking about kids, then you ain't talking about nothing. And not only does he want kids, he wants another boy. So what I was thinking, my first thought was, what if you don't have a boy? Then you just keep having girl after girl after girl after girl. So at some point, you're just going to want to have a baby. Not just specifically. I mean, I know you have 2 girls, so you're hoping for a boy, but it doesn't work like that. Unless you go do one of them little things where they scientifically pull out the X or Y chromosome and all that, child. Anyway, so then we see Andrea, who's 38. She's cute, a flight attendant. And she said people think she gets hit on all the time, but that's actually false. And they asked how long she's been single. She said she graduated college in 2004, same year as me. She's been single since 2004. 17 years? Oh, girl. Oh, my goodness. 17 years. She says she likes them tall. Honey, you need to just like them breathing at this point. And she's ready to get married because her biological clock is ticking. So I'm going to put Andrea over here with Diedrich. I feel like maybe they have something in common because her biological clock is ticking, and he said if you ain't talking about babies, then you ain't talking about nothing. So I think that they may be a match. Then we go over to Liz, and she's 40, CEO of a production company. She's very pretty. I love her hair. I like her sweet spirit. And Liz says she's been single for 17 years as well. Oh my goodness. Child. Us poor women, we have it so hard trying to find somebody, anybody. It's hard out here for a pimp. They said, why? She said, well, my last relationship was right out of high school and he cheated on me, so I just couldn't take it anymore. Honey, they all cheat in high school. It's high school. Girl, they don't know no better, honey. Their brains and stuff are still forming. Girl, you can't let that. Now, if you done been through what I done been through, which is a Lifetime movie, and now you sitting on 38 with 2 ex-husbands and both of them are psychopaths, then you might want to take a break, as I have for the past 5 years. But other than that, girl, you better get back in there, honey, for everything dry up. She said men in Houston have multiple relationships. Yes, they do. She said that they're polyamorous. Girl, they ain't polyamorous. They don't give it no name down here. They hoes, honey. They're not polyamorous. They just be having a whole bunch of girls. You go to the house and you see the girlfriend sitting there. You don't even realize he had a girlfriend. They try to make you a sister wife on the slick down in Houston. You go over thinking you about to have a candlelight dinner. His whole wife and his 2 kids sitting there. And one of them is in a high chair. Child, Houston cannot be trusted. She wants a sound man that has gone through something, that truly knows God and understands God's grace. You're beautiful inside and out. I can already tell. And I hope that you will find someone up and through here that has those values. I'm thinking, I'm not going to tell y'all who I think she should be with, but I'll tell you in the end. All right, so then we go to AJ. He's 38 from Chicago, but now he's in Houston. He's a music producer. He tries not to date any music people. He's cocky, okay? That's what I wrote down. He's very cocky. He said he moved to Houston at the age of 27, and he used to be for the streets. But now he's trying to get his life together. He wouldn't be shocked if he knew any of the women in there. I hope you do not. Then he starts talking crazy, talking about he wants the F's, the fun, freaky, fine, financially stable, full-figure, fit woman. Okay, boy. He said he's very direct. Let's see how that works out. I'm not really feeling AJ. I'm just not. Then we go over to Troy, the little peanut head 51-year-old regional manager. And when I first looked at him, I said, oh my gosh, he looks great for 51. Because he does. His skin is popping. He looks really nice for 51. But he got a little peanut head on him. And he said he's single because the connection isn't always there. And I can see why as you continue to speak. He said he wants a woman that works out and he's not attracted. He said, I don't really like full-figured women. Then he said, no, let me take that back. I'm not attracted to full-figured women. Boy, it's the same thing, and you meant what you said when you said what you meant, okay? He said that Houston women don't really, have what he's looking for all the time. They're not really serious. And he said he wants a petite woman. Well, honey, Houston is the wrong place for you to be living. Because we drink We have cornbread and collard greens in our bottles at 6 months old. Honey, I eat cornbread for breakfast. I eat a whole apple pie for a midnight snack. Honey, we gonna be thick. And I ain't talking about fat. I'm talking about thick. This is beans and cornbread down here. I know, I mean, we like what we like, but honey, don't be trying to put down the full-figured women, honey. It's nothing wrong with an hourglass. Get into it. So anyway, then he said, he's the best catch in Houston by far. He's been a bachelor his entire life. Okay, George Clooney, I think you need to be over here with Alexis. Since you like a petite woman, you should get over here with Alexis Fly Jones and see what y'all can do about that. They always throwing in a 50-something-year-old with these young people. Then we see Ida. She's 37, a developmental manager. Her mom was a teen mom, and she told her, you know what, you don't need a man. But she said, hey, look, I haven't been married before, but I've been proposed to, and my last relationship was 2 years ago. And I'm just ready to find me a man. I don't want to grow old and lonely. But if I have to, I don't mind being the aunt with the 2-door car that gives cash apps for presents. And then she started doing some kind of interview type thing. She was like, I have 20 years of experience in the industry and in love. I was like, what's happening? Child, get that together, honey. But she said that she doesn't like men who switch up. You one way and then the next thing you know, acting brand new. I can understand that. Now we see Tressa. She's 42, an entrepreneur and a comedian. I hope she's not like Ashima from season 2. Y'all remember how they friend zoned Ashima because she was so goofy and always cracking jokes? See, that's the thing about me. If you actually meet me, I'm not always cracking no jokes. I'm real like, you know, trying to use my feminine wiles and my zhuzh, you know, so I'm not really going to crack a joke with you because I'm not your homeboy. Now, when we get into it, then I'll, you know, kind of let my walls down a little bit and I may crack a joke here or there. But my femininity shows up before me being funny. Even though I'm not a comedian and I say some crazy off the wall things that people laugh at, I want to make sure you see me before you laugh at me, if that makes sense. But I like her whole Jill Scott vibe. She's real cute, honey. Thick in the waist. I love it. She says men tell her it's hard to laugh at her and be attracted to her at the same time. I told y'all. She says she got married at 19, married for 13 years. I'm like, okay, but she said she was taking care of him, so she had to get out of it. Really close with her daughter, so whatever man she finds is going to have to understand that her and her daughter have a close relationship, and she attracts hobosexuals. No, I didn't say H-O-M-O. I said H-O-B-O. Hobosexuals. If you're not familiar with the term, basically they bring their PlayStations over on the first day and start hooking them up and everything, talking about I'm gonna leave my socks here, my PlayStation, and a pair of J's. No, you're not. You're gonna take everything that you own, that you brought here, you're gonna take it with you. And this, you know, that's how Houston men are, honey. They'll move right on in. You date them twice, go somewhere with them 2 times, and y'all go together. That's just how it is. She said they're really attracted to your apartment and or your home and not you. Honey, I concur. Let's move forward. Then we see Christian, 37. He's a mailman. Christian, you're very photogenic, but I'm not liking how you're looking on the camera. I don't know if it's because that beard is unkept. I don't know. I just wasn't giving what it was supposed to be giving. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But he said that he's a mailman. And I like the fact that he told his true job. And I respected that about him. He didn't try to come say, you know, I am a leisure letter carrier. Or I am a, you know, a communications expert. I am a bill connoisseur. Like he just said, I'm a straight up mailman. Okay, tell him what it is. Come on, Christian. He said women look at him and they love his uniform. It's something about it. Honey, no, it's not. I have never looked at no mailman and said, ooh, look at how you done dropped off them letters in them little shorts with those knees out and them socks. No, they're not saying that. Boy, that's not the truth. Oh my goodness. Anyway, he says he used to be wild, but a lot has changed about him. Then he gets really personal, and I appreciated this part. He said he used to, you know, be into some stuff. He realized that he had got arrested one night because he had fell asleep at the light. He was drunk. He decided to change his life and go to an AA meeting, and he's been sober for 3 years. And let me tell you the most beautiful thing that he said, and this is what lets me know that he may be actually ready to love. He said, I'm ready to love because I'm vulnerable and I'm happy with myself. Okay, when you're happy with yourself, nobody has to make you happy. Nobody has to do anything to make you happy. Material things don't make you happy. You are happy with yourself. You can translate that happiness to someone else. Come on, Christian, honey. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Then we go over to Khalil, who's 41. He's from Houston. He's handsome. He's a black educator and he loves it. And I loved the fact that first of all, he's a male. Okay. Second of all, he's an educator who loves what he does. So our kids are getting something from him. He's an inner city teacher. He wants to show them something that they can, that they can attain. You know what I'm saying? And he loves it. And I love the fact that there are little brown boys that see him in that position and they say, I want to be like Mr. Khalil. I love that, man. Oh, that was everything to me, honey. Child, let's see how Khalil unfold throughout the season. So he said he met a lady from the UK after he got into a bad car accident and he had some blood clots in his legs. He said she asked him to marry him. He said yes. And then, he got his visa for the UK, but he didn't have a job or anything. He felt like a bum and he wasn't really feeling it. So he got an annulment. Okay. He said, he didn't work or anything. So he didn't like the way he was feeling. He loves dark-skinned women, thick women, smart women. His mix would be Erykah Badu mixed with Lauryn Hill. Okay, child. Then we see Amber. She's 31, a criminal attorney. She reminds me of Simone Biles. That's exactly what who I thought of when I looked at her. She said people often think that she wants to argue all day. She said, I argue cases. I don't want to argue in my relationship. Okay, girl. She said that people are often shocked at her occupation and that she used to have a wall up, but now she's ready to love. Okay, we shall see. Now we have David. He's 44. Very, very handsome. He's a real estate agent, an investor, and a wedding officiant. Okay, so you've been surrounded by love. He's been married twice, 4 kids, and he has 7 siblings. Okay. Okay. He said his parents got divorced after 40 years of marriage, but he's still hopeful for marriage. And then he started to tear up when he talked about his parents. He's giving me sensitive Edwin vibes. He may need to work through some things before we go on ready to love. But I can see David over here with, I can see David with Stacey. I don't know why. I just see them aesthetically together. And I feel like they are going on some of the same things. Of course, she got out of a marriage, a long-term marriage, and so did he. So I'm thinking maybe they may be a match, but we shall see. Then we go over to Kira, who's 34. She's an attorney as well. She's been an attorney for 7 years. And honey, she said, I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Baby, Kira said, and don't let the suit fool you. After the courtroom, it's on and popping. Child, they showed her with her bottles all up and down the beach. I know that's right, girl. You are not your occupation. I appreciate it. She says she's ready to try again, and she likes dark-skinned men. Okay. And they didn't tell us who the last person was, but so that concludes the Ready to Love cast. But they left one person off, and they showed a premiere for the season. They showed us what's going to be happening throughout the season. And as y'all remember, Naya did KG so wrong. So my boy KG Smooth is back for a second try. KG, let me speak directly to you before I end this review. KG, don't go on here falling in love with the first person that says hello to you. Get to know them. Make sure they ain't fake like Naya. Make sure they're not crazy like Naya was. And make sure that the feeling is mutual. All right, y'all. Well, I hope that you will join me each and every week for Ready to Love. Let's see how this season is going to play out. Judging from the previews of the season, I wasn't getting really too excited, but I mean, you just never know. They could throw us something that can make the season interesting, but I'm not really sure I'm feeling it just yet. But we're going to go through the journey together. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for listening. To all my new subscribers, welcome, and thank you so much for entrusting your watch time and or listening hours to me. As always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.